We need these people that we actually don't, that we
Guys,
resist.
is an interview in here? Movie? Is that one of them cameras?
Yeah.
All right, good luck.
Good
Is
talk.
that you over there making sounds, walking around?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, look, a Disney princess.
Yeah.
She loved that, by the way.
Yeah, that's all you have to do to compliment Brittany.
Yeah.
Is tell her she looks
Make
like a
her
Disney
day.
princess. But she f***ing does.
She does. It's so cute.
Hey, Mark.
And action.
Do I have a name?
Why would you need one?
Starbucks must be.
Today we shot a scene in which my sister and I walk the streets of New York City.
This is how we actually spoke.
This is us.
Did you want us to talk
Can you
normal?
just answer some
Yes.
questions?
Okay, yeah.
It was just nice to connect, and it was nice to have like really, it just felt like a really juicy scene.
There's a lot of technical factors that go into shooting, especially outside.
In the cold.
In the
Winter.
cold, in the winter time, there's horns and traffic and bird and there's also, you know, there was like a fountain that was like that was
so
like 10 feet away from us that was just like and we're like, we're monsters.
The question is who put us here? And even though they're in the bodies of Elliot and Julia, not at all are they Elliot and Julia.
Yeah, I felt like it was also a really great opportunity to see a little peek into more of where the monster came from, who he is in relationship to the most important person in his entire existence, which would be her. And you sort of see some of the sibling rivalry come up in the way that she plays with him and toys with him and makes him feel guilty for having developed a little bit of a sense of like a soft spot or some empathy for the human race, and like he feels kind of shamed by that and doesn't really know how to do with it because she sort of wears the pants, even though they're both wearing pants in this scene.
Yeah.
All this time? Where the library had a cure?
It's been such a beautiful roller coaster of emotions for Kady and her relationship with Zelda. There's absolutely a lot of hatred and animosity towards her because of what she did to Penny, and I don't think she really knows at the beginning to what extent she was responsible for his death. And it's this weird thing of like, does she hold on to this animosity and resentment for the one person that she cared the most about, or does she let that go and put that aside so that she can save thousands? And then she discovers that she could have actually saved Penny.
You chose not to save Penny? If it were up to me, it was.
It's interesting to see that a lot of the relationships are like, oh, I have to work with this person to get somewhere, even though I'm having a hard time with this person. Like, for example, Kady and Alice work together, and then Kady and Zelda, and then you and Clover. I don't know, it's just
I feel like it's a good reflection of life. I don't know if this is your experience, but I feel like the universe, every time I meet somebody that is challenging to me, you know, confronting to me, they end up, and I'm like, well, maybe I don't have to see them again. They end up becoming a very important person in my life, and that happens on this show all the time.
Hello, Alice.
Well, yeah, because I think when you're confronted, it's like confronted with a challenging scenario or something that you resist, it's usually something that we need to learn from.
And grow
right?
from,
Yeah. Moss.
Then I come up and I persuade them to eat moss to help as another antidote to poison, which turns out not to be the case. But
He thinks the moss is what was saving him.
Or he just wants us to
Yeah.
eat moss.
I think that's what it is.
part of it.
I just
Oh,
enjoy their
forgot.
faces they chow into the
Which,
moss.
when you watch it, is not actually moss, it's seaweed.
Yeah.
McGain hated it.
It was the texture was so weird, but it looked so good.
I loved it.
He was just
I was just like, oh, I'll have yours.
Shall we?
Cut.
I used to love Fillory when I was a kid because I didn't know what it was.
Quentin has to rediscover his love for Fillory, and I think his first approach is to try and recreate the exact same experience that he had as a kid, and and that childlike wonder, and that just doesn't exist anymore because he's seen the place and it's not what he thought it would be, and it doesn't represent all the things that he needed it to, and it didn't solve the problems that he thought that it would.
But the Quentin I first met, he believed in magic and in Fillory.
He discovers that his appreciation for it is allowed to evolve just like everything else in his life, and can appreciate it for what it was and what, as an unknowing child, it did for him, and the idea that stories are important, despite what the truth may be, and that can help other people as well.
Guys, something's happening.
Josh Fish!
I've lost a lot of parts to different actors before, but I've never lost a part that I had to a goldfish.
Him and his damn showmanship.
People think it's all jokes, but that fish can act. And he has more of an emotional arc on this show than I've had in 3 seasons. And no, I'm not done yet. You know, I've met the fish. They let me be part of the audition process, and he beat out. Fair enough. He beat out a lot of other fish.
There's certainly a lot more chemistry between Summer and your fish than between Summer and you.
Oh,
I'll tell you that much.
Trust me.
I'm not babysitting Nemo when we're this close to saving Elliot.
And as far as the eyeball, I think the writers just think of the craziest stuff they can to have me do on the day. So
How
that's all I
perfect that,
got.
like, the
Yeah.
first time that you open up emotionally honest, it's because there's a goldfish there that can't speak back to you.
I know.
Maybe I do love this goddamn guppy.
Cut.
How the hell does this thing work? So today was kind of a fantastical day. I was just minding my own business, working at the library, and all of a sudden, some monster and his weird-looking sister come in, and I'm like, I gotta go back to the one person I trust. That's Alice.
Monsters in library!
Get to the Earth Fountain, now hold them off. Go!
We are shooting some really awesome scenes where Dean Fogg is getting ready to break out. And I do some really, really cool stuff and some really cool tunts. And I do a little bit of battle magic, which I've been waiting to do really since season 1, so I get a chance to do that today.
As we're fleeing the library, all the librarians come in, and then he does some crazy magic and throws them and chokes them.
He tells us to run.
Yes,
so
he's sacrificing.
Cut.
We're shooting some really amazing scenes today in which we kill a bunch of people and say nothing. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So we're going to kill Marie, a young stunt girl. She's going to run away, and then Hale is going to do this with his finger, and then she's going to hit the ground, and she's going to have a slash on her back. Our boy, George, is going to be ratcheted up into the ceiling by Hale, who does a really mean tut. He's going to slam him into the ceiling and slam him down onto the ground.
3, 2, 1, go!
I wiggle my little finger, someone dies. I stop a very magical orb missile from harming us because I can, because I'm godlike, and stop it, freeze it. And then she sends it back to whence it came, and we incinerate bodies all over the place.